All right, today we're jumping into a really interesting neighborhood down in Central Florida called Patriots Landing. Now, what's so special about it? Well, it's actually inside the huge, famous Reunion Resort, but it promises a totally different vibe. So, what does it really mean to redefine resort living? Let's find out. This right here, this quote just nails it. It gets to the very heart of Patriots Landing. The whole idea is to be in the resort, but not necessarily of the resort. You get access to absolutely everything, but you still have this quiet, peaceful place to come home to. And that's the big question, isn't it? How on earth do you create a peaceful, almost suburban feeling neighborhood right in the middle of a world-class, bustling vacation hub? It sounds like a total contradiction. So let's break down exactly how they pull this off. To really get Patriots Landing, we gotta zoom out first. We need to look at the bigger picture, the massive, amenity-packed world it's a part of, the Reunion Resort itself. First things first, Reunion is a giant on the international golf scene. And I'm not exaggerating. We're talking 3 signature courses designed by absolute titans of the game: Arnold Palmer, Tom Watson, and Jack Nicklaus. This isn't just an amenity. It's the heavyweight credential that really defines the resort's prestige. But trust me, it is not just about the golf. The list of things to do here is just huge. You've got multiple pools, fitness centers, spas, tennis and pickleball courts, a whole bunch of restaurants from fancy to casual, and miles of trails to walk or bike. And it's all inside this secure, gated community. It's like its own little self-contained town. Okay, here's a really crucial point for anyone even thinking about buying here. Not all access is automatic. To use a lot of the best stuff, like the water park or the golf courses, you need a Reunion Club membership. And there are different levels to that. So figuring out exactly what comes with your property is something you absolutely have to look into. All right, so now that we've got the lay of the land of the whole resort, let's zoom back in. Let's really focus on what makes Patriots Landing feel so different from the rest of that buzzing, high-energy world. And here it is, the main difference, laid out plain and simple. While other parts of Reunion can feel pretty tourist-heavy, with lots of people coming and going, Patriots Landing was built from the ground up to have a quiet residential feel. That means less turnover, less density, and just a way calmer, more open vibe. So how do they create that feeling? Well, it's all about intentional design. The neighborhood is built around these beautiful winding waterways and green spaces. Homes are specifically placed to have these quiet, private views of ponds or conservation areas, which is what really gives you that feeling of separation. Okay, we've got the vibe down, but what about the houses themselves? Let's take a closer look at the architecture and what it's actually like to be inside one. The look here is super cohesive and really elegant. It's this blend of classic Florida style with a Mediterranean influence, so you see a lot of stucco, tile roofs, and these nice paver driveways. The HOA does a great job of making sure everything stays looking sharp, which keeps that polished, upscale feel across the entire neighborhood. So let's imagine we're stepping inside. Most of these homes have that great open concept layout, where the kitchen, dining room, and living room all flow together. It creates this big, airy space that connects seamlessly to the outside. And, of course, the real star of the show is the private pool in a screened-in lanai. I mean, that's the absolute essence of Florida living, right? All right, let's shift gears and talk about how people actually use these homes. Because, honestly, the flexibility here is one of the most important things to understand about the neighborhood. What's so interesting is that the community is this perfect blend of people. You've got full-time residents who live there year-round, folks who own it as a second home, and of course, investors. This mix is what gives it such a unique character. It feels stable and cared for, but also has that resort energy. And for investors, this is the big one. You are allowed to do short-term rentals here. That opens up a huge opportunity to generate income, which can turn one of these homes into a really powerful asset, especially being so close to the world's top vacation spots. And it all comes back to that word, balance. Because Patriots Landing is all single-family homes instead of, say, a giant condo tower, it can handle the rental activity without losing its residential charm. It never feels overrun, and that's the secret sauce that makes it so appealing to everybody, owners and renters alike. So when you put all of this together, who is the perfect fit for a place like Patriots Landing? Let's break down who this neighborhood is really for. As you can see, it just works for different kinds of people. If you're looking to live there full-time, you get that quiet neighborhood feel plus all the resort perks. If you want a second home, it's the perfect lock-and-leave getaway. And if you're an investor, the rental potential in a top-tier community is undeniable. It really does tick all the boxes. And let's not forget the ace up its sleeve, location. You are literally just a few minutes from the gates of Walt Disney World. But when you drive back into the neighborhood, all of that noise and congestion just melts away. It is, without a doubt, the best of both worlds. So, this brings us right back to that question from the beginning. Is it really possible for one place to be both a peaceful escape and an action-packed resort playground? Well, everything we've seen about Patriots Landing seems to prove that. With the right design and a focus on balance, the answer is a definite yes.